Greetings. Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Renson. Hopefully we'll have a couple people join. If not, hopefully you'll watch the live chat archive and get acquainted with the course. This week you have 2 assignments, a discussion board assignment and an IntelliPath assignment. Your discussion board initial post or only post really for discussion board 1 is due Friday, August 16th. And we'll talk about that in a second. You're also asked to do IntelliPath this week. That's worth 200 points. Try to get your determined knowledge done by Friday and then complete the unit by Tuesday. One thing I will note is you do have until September 19th, 2019 at midnight Central Standard Time to work on any unit of IntelliPath to improve your score. So keep that in mind. No work is accepted though after that day and time, so keep that in mind as well. Our next live chat, I have that here. We're gonna have our live chats every week at that on Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. Not a.m. What is p.m.? That'd be really late, wouldn't it? Tech support numbers here, and then IntelliPath support is also listed here. And if you need to email me, here's my email address. So we're going to get started. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so we're in live chat 1. Actually, I'm going to move you guys over here. Oops. So we're in live chat 1, and I'm Dr. Lisa Renson, and today's agenda, we're going to do introductions. Actually, I'm going to introduce myself. If anyone shows up, I'd love to hear a little bit about you. This week, you should read chapters 1 and 2. We're going to talk a little bit about the first assignment. I'm going to go on a little virtual campus tour. We're going to talk about IntelliPath, and then if anyone shows up, we'll have a Q&A session and some reminders. So actually, I have a little video to share about who I am, and I'm going to pull it up here, and this will give you a little bit of information on me.
Welcome, Dr. Lisa Renson. It's good to be working with you in this course. A little background on me. I'm an author, researcher, professor, curriculum and instructional designer, former high school English teacher, journalism teacher, and a mother to twin 18-year-old sons who are the light of my life. I'm also an avid golfer, hiker, workout and sports enthusiast, and I love to read and enjoy the Arizona sunshine. Some tips for success in this class are to read through materials before emailing, but don't hesitate to email if you do have questions or you want links or suggestions for additional resources. Make sure you're positive, constructive, and productive in your feedback and questions to me and your colleagues. Also, be sure to adopt a problem-solving, critical thinking mindset. All problems are solvable. Also, find ways to connect to the material presented in the course room, and good time management is integral to success in the course. Back to thinking about how to engage more deeply in the course, one of the things to consider is how information is relevant to you both personally and professionally. It's been well established in the research that learning takes place when students can see the relevance and application of the concepts and skills being taught beyond the walls of the classroom. Therefore, I encourage you to take ownership over your own learning and work to find ways to apply the concepts presented in the course in your own life and work in the field. I look forward to working and learning with you on
hopefully, whoops, stuck. There we go. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of background on me regarding my my work and my background. So I don't have anyone here, so we can't talk about you, but let's go and talk about UNIV 104. So UNIV 104 is designed to provide students with a foundation for success in CTU's undergraduate academic environment. This course introduces effective academic strategies and provides insight on how to integrate them with career planning methods that can be leveraged for future academic, professional, and personal success. Course objectives, our objectives are to describe time management, financial management, and motivational strategies that support academic, professional, and personal success. Identify foundational topics and communications necessary for academic, professional, and personal success. List strategies to overcome common challenges faced by college students. And recognize individual learning styles in order to build effective study habits. So essentially, this course is designed to assist you in, it's designed to help you to learn to navigate your course rooms in the degree program. So and I'm going to give you an overview of our course expectations. So these are all the assignments here and extra credit opportunities. And as you can see, so in week 1, due Friday, you have an initial post that's due. That's worth 10 points. And then week 3, we also have a discussion board. That's worth 40 points. And you have an initial post that's due 8:30 and 2 responses to other learners that's due on September 3rd. That's worth 40 points. IntelliPath is worth 200 points each week, so make sure you're doing IntelliPath because that's the bulk of your grade. Those are due Tuesday of each week. You do have until Thursday, September 19th at midnight Central Standard Time to work on any unit of IntelliPath. Determined knowledge should be completed by Friday of each week. Scores for IntelliPath are updated in the grade book every Wednesday. You can work ahead. If you want to work ahead in IntelliPath, you're more than welcome to do so. It's encouraged. Live chats, these are extra credit. If you attend a live chat, you can get 10 points. If you don't attend a live chat, you can write up a 200-word summary. You have to submit it in a Microsoft Word document, and you can get 10 points if you do complete a 200-word summary of the live chat and submit it. You have to submit it. There's also an extra credit for IntelliPath in units 1 through 3. Unit 1 IntelliPath extra credit is worth 20 points. Unit 2 and 3 extra credit is worth 10 points. You either get full credit, half credit, or no credit. Also, late discussion board posts are not graded. No work is accepted after the last day of the course. That's September 19th. And there are no exceptions to that rule. Now, if you do work ahead in IntelliPath, that's fine, but make sure you understand that we do have an attendance policy. So for a 5.5 week course, which we're in, if a student does not participate in a class-related activity at least once every 15 calendar days within a session, he or she is administratively withdrawn from the university. So even if you work ahead, you have to update your attendance or you'll be dropped, even if you have an A in the class. So to update your attendance, you can post a discussion board. You can just post that you're posting for attendance. That's fine. After you've fulfilled your, requirements. Complete a new IntelliPath activity. That's any activity where students answer questions, determine knowledge assessments. You can complete a lesson, revise a lesson, or practice a lesson or milestone. Or submit an extra credit chat summary. So attending a chat does not count for your LDA. You do have to submit a chat summary if that's the option you want to, or the route you want to go. You can find your last day of attendance on the virtual campus homepage by going to your active courses, and you will see it listed right there, LDA. Unit 1 discussion board. You are asked to introduce yourself, and it would be nice to hear your first impressions of IntelliPath. And so you want to discuss your background, why you chose CTU, and then after completing your first IntelliPath activity, discuss what you learned about yourself, and so on and so forth. So those are some things that you can talk about on the discussion board for week 1. You are not responsible for responding to other learners in the discussion 1 forum. Discussion 3, you do have to respond to 2 other learners, but not unit 1. So now we're going to take a campus tour. And I'm going to find my little tour thing. So the first thing that I'm going to show you actually is the course room. So when you go into the course room, you're going to see all of these tabs that you can click on. First thing I'm going to show you is if you want to submit a live chat summary, I'm going to show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you have to review the chats. You're going to go to meeting times. You're going to go down to live chats and click on that. And the live chat archive will be listed here. You're not going to see it right now because there's no chat archive, but when there is, you can click on it and watch it. Then you're going to write up your summary in a Microsoft Word document. You're going to go to Assignments, Assignment List, and you're going to click on the chat summary area where you're going to submit the assignment. So for this week, you'd go to Unit 1, Extra Credit Chat Summary. And you're going to go to My Work, and you're going to click Submissions, and you're going to submit it. Now, my page looks different than yours, so you're not going to see that on your page. So yours is going to look different than mine, but that's how you submit your chat summary. The other thing I want to direct your attention to is the course information. If you go to Course Information, the Course Information tab, and click on Course Overview, you're going to see everything you need for the class, all of the assignments, the live chat schedule. You can even go to the live chats page from here. And then it tells you the assignments for the week, tells you what you need to read or do here. So for this week, you're asked to read chapters 1 and 2 because that's what's going to help you with IntelliPath. It tells you all the points everything's worth. Provides you with a course outline, and then it shows you how much you can possibly earn in the course. Okay, so out of 1,000 points, looks like you can that's not right. 2, 4. Yes, okay. So the course total points is 1,050, but with extra credit, you can earn well over 1,050 points. So that's important to keep in mind. The other thing that I'm going to direct your attention to is you can check your grades by going to Grades. And then our Learning Center. That's something we're really going to explore in week 3. So in week 3, you're going to actually be taking a look at the Learning Centers and Communities. And you can go to the Student Success Center and explore that. The other thing that I recommend that you take a look at, we're not going to go over it today because that's really something in week 3 we're going to talk about, is Smart Thinking. Smart Thinking provides you with one-on-one tutoring and individualized feedback on writing assignments. So that's something else that you'll want to consider using as you navigate through the course. Let me do something here. Oops. Let me just do something real quick. All right, I just want to make sure you can see my page. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is IntelliPath. So IntelliPath is a form of adaptive learning, which is personalized learning technology that customizes learning for you based on your predetermined mastery level on a particular subject or topic. It creates individualized learning lessons for you to ensure you understand each element to a specific unit of work, and it allows me and you to work closely together to ensure transfer of learning is taking place. So you can connect with IntelliPath by going to the Assignments tab and clicking on IntelliPath. And then you'll be taken to a course overview page. And when you go to the course overview page, you're going to see your progress, your mastery level, your calculated score. And you can access what we call determined knowledge from this area. So what you'll do is you'll select either the Start This Objective button or any of the units under the objectives. Okay? Also, another thing to remember is you want to select the back button in the upper left-hand corner to return to the previous screen as opposed to clicking on your browser back button. If you click on your browser back button, it just takes you to the very beginning of IntelliPath as opposed to the previous screen. So keep that in mind because that could be frustrating if you don't do that. Determined knowledge, you select the red Determined Knowledge button to begin the unit. You can also see on this objective overview page due dates, your learning map, your notifications. You can contact me within the objective. You'll see messages, bookmarks, highlights, annotations, and query questions in here as well. So, determined knowledge. You can select that determined knowledge. If you don't see it, because maybe you just dove right into the unit, if you don't see it here, you can still access determined knowledge. And I strongly encourage you to do determined knowledge, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But if you miss determined knowledge when you come in here, if you don't see that, you'll see an alternative steps button. Click on that alternative steps button and it will take you to a button where you can click on determined knowledge. So if you don't click on it the first time, you won't see it, but you can click on the alternative steps button to access it. It's very important. Determined knowledge is a really integral, it's an important first step in the process of completing IntelliPath. It's a series of random questions from that week's learning pathway that are generated based on your identified comfort level. There is no predetermined number of assessment questions. The questions are generated based on your knowledge level. And you may not know some of the answers to the questions. That's okay. Because the system is just determining how much you know or what you know about that topic, and it is establishing for you a benchmark score, and it also is determining what you know and what you don't know so that it can tailor the learning for you. Okay? So, again, make sure that you do determined knowledge first, because it will greatly reduce your workload and it will establish a benchmark score for you. Now, determined knowledge will help you to identify your comfort level. How well do you think you know the material? That's what you'll be asked. So prior to starting determined knowledge, you'll be asked to gauge your current understanding of the objective for the week. Click to indicate your level of comfort with the material and make sure you're as accurate as possible when self-evaluating your level of prior knowledge, because it will help you greatly. The system will generate a learning path exclusive to each of you. You can use the list option in the left corner if you prefer to view a list of lessons instead of the learning pathway. So either way. The learning path is color-coded with mastery bands to indicate the level of ability for key concepts within the course. You'll work to increase your mastery level as you progress through the learning pathway and the course. Green means keep moving. Yellow means there's more to learn. You'll practice and or revise if you're not comfortable with the material. Red means to stop. There's time to learn something new. You want to revise and go back to review the learning material, then revise your work with the interactive examples and questions. And after completing your determined knowledge, you're ready to start working on your learning pathway. So after clicking the lesson identified as your next step, you'll see a red button to select an action for that lesson, learn, resume, or practice. And this will just take you right through it. And as you can see, each lesson comes with an introduction, which introduces the topic. And then you'll go through the learning materials for the lesson. Then you can go through some practice examples or questions that are interactive. And you'll have questions based on the topic, and then there will be a conclusion of your learning in the lesson, which is the summary. You can send a message to me also with contact. Group allows you to see who's working on the lesson, who's completed the lesson. And then there's an extras button right here that provides you with supplemental resources to assist you with the unit. You can also view solution information. If the system marks something wrong and you think maybe it was right, read the solution information first. If you still think you were right, you can flag it and it will send it to me and I'll take a look at it. Rarely ever is something right and was marked wrong. I mean, like, actually that never happens. The only thing that ever happens sometimes is that if you have to type in something and you have a typo and the system marks it incorrect because it was a typo, you spelled it incorrectly or something. Usually I'll give it to you for that, but system usually isn't wrong. Actually, I've never found the system wrong. The only thing I've ever found is maybe the student has a typo in what they submitted. Exiting lesson. Don't simply exit your browser to exit a lesson. This will impact your learning path as the system sees you abandoning it. Whoa, that's not a big word. I don't know why I drove with it. It'll see you as abandoning it. So you have to start over when you come back in. So use the exit button and choose save for next time to save your progress. And before going back to improve, complete all the lessons for the unit so you have 100% progress, because you get full progress points by completing all the white lessons. When you do go back to revise or practice, focus on improving your mastery level. You can improve in two ways. You can revise, that takes you back through the learning prior to working through questions, or practice. Practice objectives gives you questions from the entire unit. Practicing a specific lessons gives you questions from that topic. So remember that you can continue to revise or practice throughout the entire course, so take advantage of working through the material. Once grades are posted, your grade won't go down even if your mastery state does. So when revising or practicing, focus on beginner improving lessons first, competent lessons second, expert green lessons last. You should rarely ever go back to dark green lessons. Here's the IntelliPath grading tool, or grading rubric, excuse me. So you can see you get full credit if you complete all the lessons. That's worth 80 points. Mastery is worth 110. You get points earned for comprehension of content, and then there's an improvement score that's up to 10 points. If you have problems with technology, you can call tech support. I can't help you with that. Make sure you provide as much detail as possible. They might even opt to get into your computer with your permission to help you. Make sure you complete your determined knowledge by Friday of each week. Complete the lessons in your learning pathway by Tuesday of each week. Your grade is not final. You can improve your grade in IntelliPath even if you already have a grade for the week. Make sure you're aware of the 15-day LDA policy and continue to stay active within IntelliPath in your classroom throughout the entire session. And then there's IntelliPath information and resources, and here's the link here. And this is what those resources look like, as you can see here. You've got all kinds of information about IntelliPath. There's IntelliPath Facts. There's an IntelliPath Boot Camp that provides you with information about IntelliPath. There's also an IntelliPath overview document, downloadable frequently asked questions document if you want a PDF of all that. All right. Most people who successfully complete IntelliPath, they say they always complete determined knowledge first. They read the assigned chapters in the book and resources for that module and take notes, and then they use those notes and the textbook and other resources to answer questions and work on lessons. They take their time going through each lesson, and they revise or practice areas where they scored under 90%. And of course, if you ever have questions or need anything, you can always just let me know. So here's some other information that I have about the course and how to navigate it. And let's take a look. Here are a couple things. So let's take a look at how to submit a discussion board. So as you can see here, there's two ways. You can click on discussion under the assignments, and it will take you to the discussion board. And then what you click on is to create a new post. You click on create new post. You author your post and you hit submit. Make sure that I like to author my post in a Microsoft Word document and then copy and paste it to the classroom, because you cannot delete a post. Once it's posted, it's there. So I like to post it. I like to copy it from a Word document and post it. And that's how you do that. And then to respond to the learners, there's a little reply button right here. And you can reply to other learners by clicking on that button. There's also, let's just do a classroom overview.
Hi, I'm Dave from IT, here to provide an overview of our new classroom. We'll focus on the course dashboard and check out the newly designed classroom features. So let's get to it. From the student portal, I'll select a class. The course opens quickly. Above the navigation is a drop-down list of other courses I'm taking. My current courses, normally found in the student portal, can also be picked from the drop-down on the home page of any course I'm taking during the term. This feature gives me the flexibility to move between courses without backing out of the application. Looking at the page layout, the dashboard provides important course information and also visually pulls together all the features of the classroom so I can access them quickly. The dashboard is expanded by default on the home page, but it can be collapsed. The same links are available whether expanded or collapsed. The home page gives us the announcements and to-dos. All of the announcements can be expanded or collapsed, just like the dashboard. Or they can be expanded individually by selecting the little triangular button that appears before each announcement. An important feature of the classroom is its responsiveness. See how the content dynamically conforms to the size of the window as I widen and narrow it. No matter the size of the monitor, the window can be narrowed so that the content can display comfortably. The format and organization of the content varies as the window is narrowed. This feature makes the classroom useful for tablets and even mobile phones. From the assignment list, we can select an individual assignment. Now we've opened an assignment and can see an example of the assignment details page. But you don't have to be in the assignments list to open the assignment. The fastest way to access an assignment is in the navigation at the top by picking the quick link in the drop-down list on the assignments panel. After accessing the assignment details, you can see there's a lot going on here. The assignment details pages have an assignment overview, a go-to panel with quick links, a section describing the assignment, and a section at the bottom titled Other Information. The overview and go-to panel can also be collapsed with one click. And the assignment description and the other information sections can be collapsed separately. When all are collapsed, you're left with a rather small window, but in some situations this may be useful. And while it's contracted, you can open any section you need. Now I'll re-expand all the sections so we can see the full page. A centerpiece for student assignment work is the go-to panel. The go-to panel has links for most tools students will need to complete and submit an assignment. A number of those tools can be displayed right on the assignment page. Follow a go-to link. The selected link is bolded and deactivated, and the contents at the bottom of the page are completely changed each time you select a link. Do you see that? The Go-To panel gives you all the relevant contents you need for the assignment on the same page. These links could also include IntelliPath and live chat. Versatility designed into the assignment details. Being able to access so much relevant information quickly and easily on the same page really makes the page useful. And just for your awareness, the course information page also includes a lot of information about all assignments during the term. Another useful and important page is the gradebook, which provides links to your assignments, a breakdown of grades and points, a place for instructor feedback on each assignment, a summary of cumulative points earned against points possible, and an email link to the instructor for student messages. The live chats feature provides a virtual classroom, the place where students can meet regularly with the instructor for learning, study, feedback, questions, and student-to-student interaction. The feature includes a list of upcoming chats and an archive of past chats. The resources panel of the dashboard provides important links to the bookshelf to obtain ebooks, the learning materials, and the school library. The tools section links students with the tools to assess the originality of their assignment work, which automatically compares written work to all known sources. And the roster gives students a list of other students attending class with them. Now that we've begun to experience the new classroom, let's step back and consider what we have seen. Notice that when we only began to navigate the course, we enjoyed a sense that the application was responsive, speedy, and durable. A standout trait for me is its stability. It's not only fast, so it helps you quickly move through tasks in a course. It does so without distraction or delay, and it does so with style, robust features, and a smart interface design. I hope we have provided you with a sufficient introduction that you're beginning to have a sense of the power and ease of use built into this classroom. I wish you all the best in your study.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Lisa and I'm with the Learning Solutions team. Today I'm going to show you a demonstration of how to access and post to the discussion board within the new classroom environment. At the top of your home page of your classroom, you'll see the assignments box over here on the right. You'll be able to either click directly to the discussion board or you can choose it from the assignment drop-down menu. For this, I'm going to be going to Phase 3 discussion board directly. When you choose from the discussion board drop-down menu, you'll be able to actually see the assignment overview, go-to materials, as well as the assignment details. Once you're familiar and ready to post to the discussion board, you'll go to My Work and click the discussion board link. And then you'll click on Topics. With this discussion board, you have a couple of options to be able to actually view the discussion board. You can view it in the thread, which is what you see right here. All of the content is actually collapsed at this time, but you'll see all the headings of the different posts. You can expand all of the content, and you'll see every single post and all of the full text, and you'll be able to scroll all the way down from there. You can also filter it by unread. If you click unread, it'll only show you the text that you may not have read before. Those will be denoted by a bold heading, and then it'll be highlighted in pink with the text. If you've read something that you don't want to see again, you can go ahead and mark the post as read. Or if it's something that you had read before and you'd like to see it again, you can mark it as unread. And it'll go back to being highlighted. You can also filter by flag and substantive posts as well. And lastly, you can filter by the user or the author of the post. So I'll go ahead and collapse all the content one more time. In addition, you'll be able to decide what post you want to reply to or you want to create a new post. I'm going to show you an example of replying to a post. You'll click the post that you would like to reply to, and then you can either choose to reply directly or quote and reply. If you reply directly, it's not going to include the text from the original post. If you click quote and reply, it'll include the text from the original post and still give you an opportunity to write your own information. Once you've written what you want to write, you can either post or reply directly, or you can save it as a draft for later review. You must post or reply if you want to be able to have others read your post. You'll see that your post is expanded, so you'll be able to review it, and it'll reply in line with what the original post was. If you'd like to create a new post, you can go ahead and click Create New Post from this red button. Or you can click Create New Post at the bottom of the page as well. With the post discussion boards, you are able to update the font size or the font type, the font color, bold, italicized, underline, all the different lineups, as well as upload attachments as well. Again, you'll be able to save it as a draft or post to the discussion board directly. We hope this demonstration has been helpful to you, and we wish you success within your classroom.
Okay, and then this is how to submit assignment, and I talked about that before, but this will show you how to submit an assignment.
Hello.
You're not doing projects in this class, but if you want to submit a live chat summary, this is how you would do it.
The Learning Solutions team, and today I'm going to be showing you a demonstration on how to submit an individual project within the new classroom. As you see here, we have the main home page of the classroom, and to the right side you'll see the Assignments tab. And I'm going to click Assignment List, and this is going to list each of the different assignments for each of the phases that you'll have in your course. Today we're going to select the Phase 1 individual project. What you'll see is the assignment overview and the assignment details. This is where you're going to review your assignment before you're ready to submit. When you are ready to submit, you're going to go to My Work and click the Submission tab. And then you're going to come to the right side and you'll click New Submission. This new window is going to give you an opportunity to select the title for your assignment or your files. And then you'll click Add Files, which is going to help you browse and search your computer for the file that you want to attach. Once you click it, you'll hit Open, and it's going to be posted right down here in this window. Once you have the proper file attached, you can either submit directly to your instructor or you can click Save Draft. So these are your attempts of submitting an assignment for any particular phase. You'll see the attached document. You'll be able to submit your OV score for OV, or you can directly submit it to your instructor. As it's saved as a draft, you'll be able to select Delete if for whatever reason you need to do so. But once you submit it to your instructor, you'll no longer be able to delete it. We hope this demonstration was helpful to you, and we look forward to your experience within the new classroom.
Okay. And then, let's see, one other thing. You don't need that in this one. Well, that should help you actually navigate the course room. So hopefully that's helpful. Actually, you know what? I do want to look at one thing here. This actually might be helpful to you too. Yeah, this will
Hi, I'm
be.
Dave from IT. This is the first in a series of help videos to assist you in understanding the design and usefulness of the new classroom. We will focus on the dashboard, the announcements, and the to-do items, all of which appear on the home page. But I hope this video will begin to provide you with a sense of the speed and design sophistication that makes the classroom efficient and fun to use. So let's get to it and see how it works. We'll begin in the student portal. From here, I'll select a class. The course opens quickly. Above the navigation is a drop-down list of other courses I'm taking. My current courses, normally found in the student portal, can also be picked from the drop-down on the home page for any course I'm taking during the term. This feature gives me the flexibility to move between courses without backing out of the application. Looking at the page layout, the dashboard provides important course information and also visually pulls together the features of the classroom, so I can access them quickly. On the home page, the dashboard is expanded by default, but it can be be collapsed. The same links are available whether expanded or collapsed. In addition to the dashboard, the home page gives us the announcements and to-dos. All of the announcements can be expanded or collapsed, just like the dashboard, or they can be expanded individually by selecting the small triangular button that appears before each announcement. Both the announcements and to-do items can be dismissed when finished. Clicking the X in the far right column dismisses announcements and places them in the dismissed announcements list. And selecting the X in the far right column of the to-do items puts aside the selected items in the dismissed to-do items list. One other thing to point out, tasks in the to-dos will stay there if you don't dismiss them. They do not expire. If you wish to clear any items from the to-do list, you have to dismiss them. When you open the dismissed announcements, you'll see that you can restore each individual announcement. So if you need information within a dismissed announcement to be handy on the home page, the item can be restored by selecting the Restore Announcement button in the right column. In the same way, if you need to restore a to-do item, the far right column of the dismissed to-dos gives you the ability to restore each dismissed item. One more cool capability to illustrate about the classroom is its responsiveness. See how the content dynamically conforms to the size of the window as I widen and narrow it? No matter the size of your computer monitor, the window can be narrowed so that the content can display comfortably. The to-do items and the announcements are automatically tabbed as the window is narrowed. And even more than that, the classroom is designed so it can be viewable and functional on most tablets and mobile phones. The large dashboard on the home page reduces to a drop-down list of features and functions near the top of the display on the left. After selecting the drop-down list of features, students can scroll down and choose to view any of the available features and functions. Once a different feature is chosen, the location at the top will change. In this case, the assignment list was selected. That's all today for the home page. More videos about the remaining features are soon to come. In the meantime, to get more perspective about the classroom features, you can always select the help link. I look forward to our next conversation and wish you all the best in your studies. Hope you enjoy using the new classroom.
Okay, so hopefully that was helpful as well. And hopefully all of this is helpful in navigating your work in the classroom. And if you have any questions or any concerns,